return inside the 10-yard line. Defense has had their issues against the pass. Pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is this one advantage defense.
They'll run here into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Cam Akers, his 14th touchdown now on the year, and the Dolphins are going to take a for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a look. It got his man complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake. Yeah,
he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. They'll run on first down with Akers. On second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That's out to the flat for Akers. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score, 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Flush to his right. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Well, these 2 teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get 3 up to midfield. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Brandon Jones picking it off. So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now Jackson's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. For now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take it around the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, but not. And they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he stopped immediately there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Defensive rush coming, and he's taken down. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there to have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Cam Akers with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And it's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes, it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On the handoff, running left is Akers. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds.
Good space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson will dump this off to Akers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Jackson now off the bootleg. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. And a huge play that time. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Mahomes dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. There he goes, left side. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. On the move to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Barons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Mahomes will throw for it. Steps away. And now here is another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A fairly short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to take another shot here. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cam Akers, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Dolphins stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you accept.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Mahomes going to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And again, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play there for the Dolphins. Now Jackson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Connor Duggar who puts it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a loose football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunity?
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said sometimes, and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Dolphins. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That's out to the flat for Akers. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Out. 5 down. Stand up in. Watch 14. Watch 14.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns.
That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. They just had 3 rushing. Just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the back flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left.
Stevens, and the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber?
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Rolling to his left. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.